Welcome to the exciting and new mini podcast. I'm Jason.
I'm Andy.
I'm Dana.
And I'm Connor.
Welcome, Connor.
What's happening, Connor?
Glad to be back, you know.
Nice.
I have to pull out my notes for.
All right, I guess I'll kick off what I'm watching this week. I watched on Prime that new Zac Efron, John Cena vehicle, Ricky Stenicki. And if you're in the mood for a silly movie, dumb.
Oh, it's a movie?
Yeah.
Why did I think it was a show? Okay. That makes me much more.
It's really funny. Yeah. I enjoyed it a lot. Andrew Santino, comedian's in there.
I like him.
Like him a lot. He's really funny in that. I then watched Poor Things. Emma Stone.
The one that she won the Oscar
for. Yeah. You see a lot of Emma Stone in that movie.
Yes.
Did you see that one, Connor?
Unfortunately.
I love Emma Stone, so it was nice. I enjoyed the movie.
Did you like it?
I liked it, yeah. It's on Hulu now, so if you want to watch that one.
Right.
And thanks to a certain site that's back up and operational, I've watched the first hour of American Fiction. So I have to finish
you got an hour into it? Okay.
I'm excited for that, finishing it.
I'm glad that
really
certain website is back.
Yeah.
We discovered that at lunchtime or whenever we were talking today.
I'm really enjoying that one. It's really good so far.
Right?
And that girl that plays is the girl that he hooks up with.
The girl across the street?
She's the girl from Cosby Show.
Oh, I didn't get that far.
She was
girl?
later in the Cosby Show when they got rid of and they were bringing people on.
After
she was the one
Sandra
that
left?
yeah, she moved in.
Denise.
She moved into the Cosby house.
Really?
Yeah, she was
Borders in there.
Yeah, she lived there.
Don't remember the concept.
I don't remember
was
that part.
Erica Alexander, her real name is.
Was Cliff interviewing them personally to live in the house? So I got this drink here. That
She wasn't Japanese, so it wasn't.
was it all Asian women that he was raising?
Well, no, that's when it said that he was giving Japanese women comedy lessons.
Right.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. That guy's not doing time anymore, huh? How'd that happen?
That's all I can remember that I'm watching, except I'm watching, freaking what it's called on Apple TV. I just told you I was watching it, that animal show. I can't remember what it's called.
Animal sound? Noises?
It was something with sounds, right?
Yeah.
Pet sound?
Earth Sounds, maybe? It might have been Earth Sounds.
Yeah,
That's really good
yeah.
on Apple Plus, so I'm enjoying that. But that's my my week.
I watched Maestro, Bradley Cooper.
Saw
Also
that,
up for Best
yes.
Picture. Not a fan of that movie. I thought that movie was boring and tedious, and I was waiting for it to end the minute 10 minutes in, I was like, this movie is not for me. And then I watched another movie that I had really high hopes for. Netflix, Spaceman.
Oh, I told you last
Sandler.
week I was garbage. Yeah.
Man, that was worse than Maestro.
The only good thing about it was that Raj was in it.
Yeah, see what was Peter or something his name was or something like that. He had like a
Kutherpali.
American name, yeah. That movie was boring also, and
I just didn't like the spider. I really didn't like the spider.
but I also thought the story was bad. Who cares? If you're going on a 9-month space mission, don't have relationship issues, because that's all it was. It was a relationship issue. Oh my God, damn!
Send somebody up there that has nobody on this planet.
Who cares?
They have nobody left on this planet. That's who you should send up.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Now, for some of the better things that I saw, speaking of Zac Efron and Jeremy Allen White, I saw Iron Claw.
Really good.
Really good movie. Like that.
I like that a lot.
The Von Erich family biopic. I thought that was very good. And then I've been watching a show on Netflix. I'm 6 episodes in. I actually watched episode 6 last night. Blue-Eyed Samurai. It is a American-made but definitely anime-looking cartoon. Animation show.
Don't say cartoon.
Really, really good. Really violent. It has definitely hints of Kill Bill in it and stuff like that, because it's a woman. She's masquerading as a man, but it's a woman killing legions of people, and it's super violent, super sexual, because it's all her going through whorehouses trying to get to the concept is it's like 16th century Japan. She's got blue eyes because her mom had sex with a white guy. Now white people have been banned from Japan, and she's going after the 4 possible people that could be her father to kill them. So she's like searching for these guys to kill them, but she's going through a ton of people to get there.
Multiple seasons?
Season 2 just got announced, so it's not out yet, so it's 1 season, yeah. And then the only other thing I want to say is I was listening to the Top Secret podcast this morning, and I was claiming that the dude, Chocolate Mousse, was from, I said Return of the Jedi, and then I referenced the scene that he was in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I was like, damn, I'm like, I said Return of the Jedi, and then I kept talking about Raiders of the Lost Ark, so Chocolate Mousse is
Well,
from.
none of us.
I said it so fast, and I think Jason actually kind of was just like, huh? But I kept going, and so Chocolate Mousse was from
I just let him go.
Return of the
Jedi.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi, not Raiders of the Lost Ark. I watched one other thing, but I think we'll get to that later.
Yes.
So.
I also watched that one other thing that you also watched.
That I haven't watched.
That
right?
you haven't watched, yeah. I started, there's a new show on Netflix came out called The Gentleman with Theo James. I watched the first episode and I was like, no.
I saw that at the
I'm
front
not
of my
watching the rest
Netflix
of
and
it.
I
Yeah.
just went past
it was okay. Tara liked it, so she's going to watch it, but I don't know. Nothing stuck
What was it
out.
called?
The
Gentleman.
Gentleman.
The
Oh my God,
Gentleman.
you don't know where the voices are coming
No, because it was so deep and I didn't see your lips move. And I'm like, did Connor say that? Who said that?
No.
What's up with your headphones? They look different.
Oh, they're purple. They're not as purple as I wanted them to be, but whatever.
from? Whatever.
They looked different online.
Yeah, because now like I want to kind of wear them. That's like my color.
No, I got purple, so no boys allowed. Should have got pink. So anyway, I'm not gonna keep watching that. And then I started a 3-part
So that was
documentary.
a non-recommendation.
Yeah. And then I started watching a 3-part documentary that just came out last week on Netflix called The Program.
Oh, shit. I watched half of that with Michelle. The first episode.
Yeah. I watched the first episode last night. And I thought it was really good. At first, the thing about the people telling the story and the traumatic stuff they went through, they're all kind of happy. Like, the one girl's like, oh my God, remember when they did this? And they were like, remember this person? I'm like, I feel like you should be
much more bitter
sadder
about that.
Yeah.
It's about a boarding school where they got abused and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's them
It's one
coming
of
back to it.
those-
Like,
The parents sent them right
You
in
get
the middle of the night.
kidnapped in the middle of the night.
yeah, it's one of
back
those like
over your
scared
head.
street kind of programs, and
Okay.
they were all abused, and now
Yeah.
it's like 20 years later, and the place is abandoned, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they're talking to see what all their traumas are.
They're
now.
all going through it,
But
like,
then-
oh, this is where they took you when you were
Yeah.
like bad, and you had to like.
Yeah. But by the end, it definitely took a turn where I was like, oh, now I'm seeing people like tears and what they, really upset about the shit that happened. It's crazy. And Dr. Phil had, I don't know if they're going to get into
that where he
but I
sent that
know.
girl?
I don't know,
Danielle
but I know
Bregoli?
this place had facilities everywhere. So I
It was
know
a
that
chain.
he was, it was.
That's scary to pay a chain.
Yeah. So I got to finish that. And then we're in season 4 of my Doctor Who rewatch, Tara's first time.
Is she enjoying it?
No. No, she's really not.
So what does she do while you're watching like hours of Doctor Who?
She watches it too. She agrees to, okay, let's watch another episode. I think there's things she likes about it. She likes David Tennant. There's episodes here and there that are really like
But
entertaining.
David Tennant is in everything, right? He's only in some seasons.
He's in 3. So far, he's in 3 of the 4 she's watched. So, but there's some that are good, funny, and there's some that even I'm like, can we skip this one? So, but there are a lot of really good
fun
ones.
to me. I wouldn't enjoy
Oh,
that.
but I love it overall. I really like it. I know
No, but for Tara, like, to have to sit there for,
because she's a good girlfriend.
I guess so.
She really is. I mean,
Yeah.
to find somebody to watch, like, that's
Yeah,
good.
especially because I don't think I would do the same.
No,
in
that's why I'm
return.
just like, okay, I'm going to go downstairs for a couple
Yeah.
hours if you're watching that nonsense. I'm
Yeah.
out.
There's so many shows we start where I'm like, you can finish this without me.
I mean, and Michelle's like that with me too. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to watch this for the podcast. She's like, then I'm going to go upstairs.
Yeah.
So
And
it's like,
then sometimes
like this
she'll
one.
like the movie. She'll sit
Yeah.
down and watch
Yes.
it.
Well, she didn't watch Dune with me. She came in and out, but for the most part, she went upstairs for like an hour.
But she watched the new Dune.
Yeah, well, we'll
but
get
she
to
got
that, yeah.
20 minutes into the 84 one. She was like, goodbye. So she went upstairs.
A lot of people should have done that.
Yeah. But anyway, I finished Red Rising
Did you?
today. Yes. I suffered through the last hour.
Watch
Sorry.
your mouth.
Sorry,
quizzed-
Connor.
I was
Watch your
quizzed on
mouth
that
in my
today.
presence.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I am gonna try the next one though. So I'm gonna listen to the next book. Hopefully it doesn't take me 3 weeks.
That's the one there you met the author, right?
Yeah, I met him. I met him
Yeah.
a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy.
Gabe came into my office and he was like walking by and he just stopped and he like stopped and poked his head. He said, okay, so I trust your opinion. I'm like, my opinion? I'm like, what do I know? I don't know anything. He's like, better book, Dune or Red Rising? I'm like, I know you want me to answer, man, but I'm not going to answer it the way you want me to. And he's like, come on!
All right, because I'm going to read Dune, and Connor, was it you who told me that's slow too? Because I was complaining how Red Rising was slow.
You said that book 1 is slow, and I said if you think Red Rising is slow, then you're going to have trouble with Dune, because...
But she's not going to have trouble with Dune because now she's seen the movie, so she kind of knows where it's going.
The pacing of Dune is like, regardless of what you think of the story, how interested you are, it's definitely a lot slower of a book compared to Red Rising. But when you
listen to it at 1.7 speed, it's not really that slow.
Is that what you listen to podcasts on to, 1.7?
No, but I had to increase Red Rising to 2 times speed because I was like, can this please be over? And some books...
That's not really reading a book, though, you know. Listen to it at 2 times speed.
Did you enjoy it?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
And I also was
I would say okay.
There was a point in that where I was just like, I'm just getting through this now just to get through it.
Yeah.
But
that's when I made it
second
faster.
book, and I much more like the
when
second book.
When I started, I usually do 1.2 because books reading at 1 speed, listening to them is horrible. So I do 1.2. But then as it got towards the end, I was like, come on. Then I started like hitting it to go faster. So.
I think the narrator speed is like a case-by-case basis, because I've had audiobooks where I can leave it on 1 speed, but there's others where I'm like, holy shit, I have to speed this up.
Like there's 3 seconds between sentences, and you're like, come on, like speed it up. So it doesn't sound chipmunky until you get to like really fast. So like you could barely notice a difference at 1.5, but it takes hours off the length of a book.
I messed around with the podcast, just like putting it on 2, and there's no way I would enjoy anything like that. You know what I mean? It's not.
Well, we talk at a normal pace. We're also not going.
Yeah.
And Connor turned to the left.
Well, that's like Brian used to, when he used to watch the movies fast. I was like, how do you do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was just like, I wouldn't enjoy that.
No, for a movie, I don't think I'd enjoy it.
For some reason, he was able to speed them up, but like the people didn't sound like chipmunks. I never understood the.
He also sped up parts that we were like, that's the part we thought you would have liked. You know?
Yeah.
Brian just looked for nipples. He was like,
he stopped on dude. Yeah, he would stop on dude.
Was that a boob?
Anyway, that's all I had.
Okay, so
I mean, you don't have to give us everything since you've been on.
No, I know.
That would be like a year's worth of stuff.
I've just seen like a lot of recent stuff. So
nice. We just had the Oscars. So did you got any newer stuff like that?
Well, I have seen most of the Oscar nominations.
I got 6 out of 10. I did.
Okay,
I think I did
I
too.
was 8. Maybe I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it was 6 out of 10.
Holdovers. Saw Holdovers.
Yes.
Loved the Holdovers.
Holdovers was good. Yeah, I enjoyed
Saw The Zone of Interest. Loved
I didn't see that yet.
I know you're
Is that the Holocaust one?
Yeah,
I'm not watching that. I'm Holocausted out.
Wait, is it Holocaust or is it?
It's Holocaust.
Oh, I thought it was after it was over and they moved into the abandoned.
No, it's not abandoned. They're like it.
But they live next door to it.
Yeah, they live next door to Auschwitz during the camp. But you don't see anything.
Okay.
But like that's also like the point. And what
in the
makes
background,
it so
the whole
good.
time you know they're just like
it is so like haunting without like being as visceral as other Holocaust movies. Like the family will be doing whatever they're doing in a scene, and the sound will just swell where you just hear like horrible stuff over the wall and like things like that where it just leaves your imagination is what makes it so like horrifying.
No, I want to see it. Yeah.
Sort of like with Jaws, it was off the screen, but it's scary.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, that's what makes Jaws.
It's just like Jaws.
Yeah. As for, I also saw May, December, and Past Lives.
Did you like May, December?
I thought it was great.
What about Past Lives? I heard that's really slow.
Past Lives I think is a tad overrated, but I still think it's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
I just think like the whole generational drama like subcategory of movies like doesn't always do it for me. But it was still pretty good. The acting.
Who's in that? I know May December is Julianne Moore and Natalie Portman, right?
Yeah.
Natalie Portman, Julianne Moore, and
who's in the Past Lives one?
That was the Asian actors.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
But yeah, they grew up in Asia. One migrated over here. Then I guess they lost contact and then get back together, right? Or reconnect or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of Asian actors, Getty Watanabe is one of the voices in Blue Eyed Samurai.
Oh, nice. He just presented at the Oscars.
Because he won last year, right? So he presented this year?
They did it weird this year, though, for Best Actor, and they did like 5 former
previous winners.
Oh,
came
okay.
Oh
out.
no, not
For each.
not short
Support.
round.
I'm thinking of, you're right.
16 Candles.
I'm thinking of, yeah, you're
Oh,
right. I'm thinking of
I
Kitty
thought
White.
short round too. Oh
Yeah,
my
I'm
gosh,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
Huey Kwan. I'm sorry.
Right.
Okay.
Getty Watanabe, because we just done 16 Candles. That's
You're
why I
right.
was thinking about
I
that.
thought I
I
really
did
went
the same
there.
thing. Yeah, me too.
Sorry about that.
Racist.
I know.
No, I just had him on my mind because he was just at the Oscars.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
And I didn't like the way they did the 5 previous.
See, I thought that was my highlight of the Oscars.
I thought the ladies were good. I thought the guys were assholes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the guys just wanted to talk about
Is
themselves.
it best actor?
both,
Both.
Oscar,
Okay.
actor and supporting for
Okay.
male and female.
And female, yeah.
Because apparently women aren't actresses anymore; they're female actors. Is that what we do now?
Well, I think they say
Oh.
best actor
in
for
a female role or
Yeah.
something
I
like
absolutely think there's zero reason for them to be separate, but whatever.
that. Yeah.
I mean, come on. You don't need to separate men and women in best actor.
So then that cuts down on half the people winning awards.
Yeah. Then you only give out 1 award.
So,
Wow, it's more fun to have. The
So?
more awards, the better.
listen.
They should break it up from like comedies.
I think that they should have horror. They don't have any horror.
Yeah. Then
Comedy
you can
doesn't make
separate.
it. Yeah.
Put the sexes together. There's no reason for to separate. Have a comedy. Have a horror. I mean, there's so many movies that should be nominated that
I mean,
aren't.
I don't want to get into the weeds of awards.
But then you're
'cause
gonna
I
have to
don't
nominate
care,
like
but
15 people.
the
if you
Golden
have them all in
Globes.
one.
The Golden Globes does it the best because they do best actor in a comedy.
But they
best
also do like
actor in-
Yeah.
6. They do 6, I think, for each category.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do a lot of awards. I do like that. They do.
They got best like cameo in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Best, best cameo in a TV show
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, cause I think like somebody's won for a Saturday Night Live episode. Somebody's won for like being like just a guest episode on
Yeah.
this show or
Yeah.
whatever. You know.
Yep. I like that.
Keep going. Sorry.
No, you're good. I can finish up my.
We interrupt too much.
It's okay. I know this was.
You were supposed to participate in that conversation about the Oscars. Colin. Sorry. You can jump in at any
The
time.
Oscars are fun. They were good. Sure.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel was
sucked.
weak, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
sucked.
was
That
weak,
was
yeah.
Well, I was hearing the John Mulaney bit where he came out and did his whole thing. That
Oh,
was,
on,
that was a about Field of Dreams, whatever. That was a.
He did 3 minutes on Field
That
of
was,
Dreams.
that was an audition for him to be the new host. Like,
Well, he has hosted something in the past.
well, he
I'm trying to remember what
the
it.
Oscars, I guess.
Not
is
the
like
Oscars,
the
I
big
know that.
deal,
Yeah,
but
but Mulaney
You're
would
right.
probably be a good fit there.
He has hosted something. Was it like what is it when they have all the politicians?
right.
You
That was
know.
the thing that
I know
launched
what it
Trump
is.
because
The-
Trump was at that thing.
Yeah.
Dinner.
Correspondence dinner.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Because Trump was at that thing and they were
Yeah.
roasting him, and
Yes.
he was like, "Fuck you."
What was that? There was one really good one where who was the host of it? Who was it?
Well, it's a different one every year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
but
is
this
different.
past one, the one I
I
saw
think
was
Seth
Trump.
Meyers was.
Oh my
this
God,
last
they
year,
said
but-
something that was so funny
You should
about
get
Trump.
Shane Gillis.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
He's
I
got a new
can't
show
remember.
coming out on Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah, called Tires.
Like a show or
yeah, it's like
Tires?
6 episodes.
Like
March
rubber
it's coming out
tires?
March 23rd. Tires. It's where they working at like a tire shop or
Oh
something.
my God.
Shane Gillis, Stavros Halkias is in it. That's another comic, and a couple other comics are in it. So it should be
Yeah,
fun.
interesting.
I'm pro Shane Gillis.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Me too.
you should be pro Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
Didn't he have a sketch where it was like he worked at ISIS Toyota?
Oh yeah.
So it's like, not the other ISIS.
It's one of my
He was
favorites.
Like, oh my god.
His best skit on Saturday Night Live, and I've watched it like 3 or 4 times on TikTok since, was the FanDuel betting on your friend, like how terrible his life get now that he's like a gambling addict.
Yeah.
You can bet like when he will like sell his house and like at what point will his wife kick him out of the house and stuff like that.
gosh.
Oh, I was like, that is a great concept.
I'll finish up the 2023s. So Godzilla -1. 'cause
Oh,
Damn, dude,
So
like that is
good.
available nowhere.
They said
nowhere.
They said they only wanted to be seen in the theater, and they talked about having it not stream anywhere.
Well, then
They have
Really?
no idea.
release it back in the
Yeah.
theater. I will go pay
I know, I
It
wanna
was
see
$20
it.
to see it in the
so
theater.
good. I love that movie
was
so much.
phenomenal.
I'm trying so hard to see that, but you
Yeah.
can't. Even
Every-
on Netflix.
Every
Really?
Friday night, the
not
first
there.
thing Michelle had to do was
Netflix
look
had
for
it
it.
camcorder.
Yeah,
They
I'm
had
not
a
watching that.
camcorder.
I'm not
spot.
watching
Yeah, I don't want to watch
Yeah.
camcorder. Yeah.
I guess Netflix only gets it if it's already available for digital somewhere that they can,
Yeah, they can get it
get it and put it up there.
because American Fiction's imperfect.
That's the thing that I
Yeah.
have. The thing that I have is it's not a camcorder; it's a digital release thing. You know?
Yeah.
But I saw the camcorder version, and like even Poor Things was out there for the longest time as
With the
camcorder, but I
camcorder?
wouldn't
Yeah.
watch it.
No.
I waited till it was on Hulu because that's when then the digital one's available now.
Yeah,
you can see it
yeah.
on there, but it's on Hulu.
I didn't know. I mean, don't they realize people have giant TVs in their homes these days? Like,
I mean, I get the pompousness of that, but
Yeah.
then it's not available in the theater.
yeah.
I can't go see it in the theater.
Yeah.
Make
It was
the
really
announcement,
good.
say you're only going to see it in the theater. I'll go see it in the
I'd
theater.
be willing to pay $19.99 to rent it at home too. Even.
Yeah,
I'll
they're
bet.
losing out on a lot of money. I don't understand why they would do that, especially because the budget was really low for it to begin with.
Yeah, they made money
Yeah,
on it.
like-
And now that it won an Oscar,
Yeah, yeah.
That's the first time, right? Godzilla ever won.
What
an
did it
Oscar.
win an Oscar for?
Special effects.
yeah, I was going to say
Special
something, something
sound. I
technical.
thought it was sound, but it's special
So
effects.
you just saw it recently?
No, I was just going through like the big
Oh,
hits
okay.
of 2023.
Yeah.
But I did see this past like week and a half a few films from 2024.
I just like to point out that Connor is a mile and a half away from his microphone, and it sounds like he's like right on top of it.
Yeah, I didn't want to like
He's
get
got a
all the
strong
way here.
voice.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking at you. I'm like, how does he sound that good when he's on?
that's probably why you heard the voice and you were like, "What? Who said that?"
Yeah, yeah.
First of 2024 was Argyle. Big fans of that.
yeah.
Looked
I keep
terrible.
seeing that. I was like, I don't want to watch that.
I saw Spaceman, super bland. Nothing much going on for me there.
Yeah.
I had high hopes for it.
Saw Kung Fu Panda 4. Was alright. Was
It's the
alright.
fourth one in the series.
I don't
yeah.
celebrate the entire catalog. I saw 1 and 2, but then my kids became adults.
Jack, Black,
Adults, yeah.
Jack Black's making a nice check off that.
Oh,
Let's say
yeah.
that.
It's so funny because Logan was like, after he came back from Dune 2, he was like, and now I got to go see Kung Fu Panda 4 in the theater. I'm like, really? Like, okay. I remember when you guys were young and you watched those movies, but
Hey, they're sticking with it. Yeah.
And Madame Web.
you paid money to see that in the theater?
I have stubs. It's all free.
Oh, yeah, you got the.
Free. you know,
They should
in one
revoke
moment.
your pass.
Do you
for
ever
that.
just
Yeah.
walk? Do you ever just like walk out of them? Like, how did you?
No.
Even
I don't
stay to
walk out of
finish
the
it?
movie. Did you see it?
No, but
Then how do you know?
no. I'm saying, how do you stay in a movie that you don't
Oh,
like?
I mean, like, I don't know. I might as well
I can't-
finish the movie. I'm
And
not
does
gonna-
Carrie sit there engaged in the movie watching, or is she on her phone, or like?
Oh no,
does
she watches it.
Really?
She's like, which is
I can't.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I prefer it that way because if she's like in the living room watching something, she's like skipping around,
Sure.
looking on her phone. I'm like, you don't even
She's
know
an
what
Alpin.
the
We
hell's
get
going
it.
on.
Yeah.
We know the Alpin
Yeah.
mindset. Yeah, we get it.
Then I saw the movie we will not speak of twice. And most recently, yesterday, I saw Wonka because that's still in theaters. Surprisingly, got a chance
It
to
just
watch
came
that.
out on Max a
Oh,
couple weeks
okay.
ago. Yeah, but
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I
it was
like.
pretty
I
decent.
also
I had
Yeah.
a good time with
Yep.
it.
I was just saying, I've never seen Timothy Chalamet before this movie.
Chalamet, please.
Chalamet.
That's my boy. Don't talk.
Sorry. Before Dune, I don't think I've ever seen a single movie he was in, but now
Have
I
you
kind of
seen
want to see
Don't Look
Wonka.
Up?
Yeah, I don't know.
that
He was
movie
in that?
Yeah.
There was one where
I
he's
don't
a
remember.
cannibal. I told you about. It was
You
was
told
really
me about
good.
the one. Yeah, yeah.
Did you see the movie where he's a cannibal?
No, but I really want to watch that.
That's
So
really
your,
good.
Your Bones and All, or whatever.
Yeah,
that's
Bones and
called.
All.
Yeah.
I don't remember him
I'm a
in
Chalamet fan.
this one.
I
Yeah,
think
me
it's
too.
Chalamet.
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 Shamalama Ding Dong.
Yeah.
Something
Him
like
and
that.
M. Night Shyamalan, they should do a
They
movie
get
together.
Yes.
Oh,
So no
keep
one
him
pronounce
away from
their
that
names.
director.
I do like his SNL skits where he does the song with Pete Davidson, the Yeet Skirt song.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. Like, it's in my head. I sing it all the time. But
I
that's
want to
where
know why
it
he
from.
thinks it's cool to not wear a shirt with his sports jacket to the Oscars. Like, he does not have the body to
He's
get away
so
with
scrawny.
that shit.
I don't know,
Like,
but the
if
ladies
Ryan
love him.
Gosling
So
wants to do that, Ryan
Yeah.
Gosling can do that.
His
Timothy Chalamet
live
can't
version
do it.
of Just Ken, is that the name of the song?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
He did
Yeah,
a
I
live version
saw
of
that.
the
That was
Oscars.
really good.
That's why I watched the Oscars, and they kept stretching
gave
it out.
it
I'm
to
like,
that-
fuck, they're going to do it last, aren't they? They're going to do it last. And they did it last.
They gave it to that shitty Billie Eilish song.
Man.
But all that
Oh,
song
I
sounds
love
like
that
it's
song.
She
Such a
is
good
a
song.
one-trick pony, man.
Right?
All of her songs sound
Thank
exactly
you.
the same.
I
And
love that
everybody's
song, but
falling
I
for
agree
it.
with you. I do agree with you.
Everybody's falling for it, giving her every award
I
that
don't
falls.
get her appeal at all. I mean, like, I get her appeal.
You know
Like,
what?
She's
It's all
attractive,
her
but,
brother
like,
does everything.
Yeah, she's the talent.
She
She's
just
the talent, right? Yeah.
stands up front and looks
I
get
She
it.
think
stands
they do
up
it
front and looks
together.
pretty. I'm going to say right there. She does not
Jason.
write those songs. He writes those
How do you know?
songs. Look at the damn.
Yeah, because I think
She's
they
on
said that.
all. She's
Look
on
at the
all of them.
label. His name's always first. Just like Lennon's was always first.
I heard "Bad Guy" and I thought that was a really good song. I heard that in the movie that it was in
James
Breitbart or
Bond?
whatever the hell it was, the superhero, the kid superhero movie.
Oh, Brightburn.
Breakburn.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
that's
man,
from that movie?
I remember I heard it in the credits. I'm like, I I really like this song. What's
Yeah.
And I looked it up, and it was her. And I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. I'm like, who's Billy Idol? I'm like, I don't know who he is. And then I'm like, oh, it's a girl. Okay, whatever. And then every song I've heard since then, I'm like, so this is all. Oh, it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
I got you. Like piano, very bassy piano.
I agree. I'm not a big fan, but I do like What Was I Made For. But other than that, and Bad Guy, I don't really like her music.
How the fuck did the Ken song not win the Oscar? I mean,
Especially after like the performance, like at the Oscars, they should have been like, whatever the envelope
because
says,
you
screw it,
know
we're just giving
all
it.
these idiots that are voting don't listen to it or don't watch any of these movies, so they're just like, just tell me what to vote for. Well, vote for the Ken song.
Yeah.
You at least saw that.
That's why I wish we could vote. That would be something I
That's
would,
why you got
I would enjoy.
the People's Choice. The People's Choice Awards are the real awards.
I totally agree that Just Ken deserved it over that. It's
Yeah.
it's a much better song.
And nothing was worse than hearing like John Williams' name thrown around, like nominated for Dial of Destiny. I'm like, John Williams should have been like, pull my name back off that. That movie should not win any awards.
Shouldn't. It was nominated. Horrible. It's horrible.
But it was so funny when they said his name. I'm like, what? You can't.
Does he have more?
You can't whisper.
Jason, I don't know.
I had my finger on the button too.
I didn't know. I didn't know if he had more because I know we were getting.
No, he said to wrap it up.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
good.
I didn't know. I wanted to make sure he had anything else. But I would look on Spreaker, download, rate, subscribe, review, slam the subscribe button, smack it,
Smack
do
it,
whatever
back
you
it.
kids are saying nowadays. Exciting a new podcast on all our socials. I am the Jazoo over there on Instagram, Jazoo74 on Twitter. This has been the Exciting and New mini podcast. I'm Jason.
AEGonzo1 on Twitter, AEGonzo1970 on Instagram. I'm Andy.
Dana Caps on the soon-to-be banned TikTok and Twitter, and Dana Caps
They passed that
77.
bill today.
I know. On Instagram, Dana's. I don't know what I said. I'm Dana.
Variance reviews on Instagram. I am Connor.
There you go. Nice.